day would never come. They said our sights were set too high. They said illusioned to ever come together around a common purpose. But on this defining moment in history, you have done what the cynics said we couldn't do. You came together. It's to stand up and say that we are one nation, we are one people, and our time for change has come. You said the time has come to build a coalition for change that stretches through red states and blue states, and that's how we'll finally meet the challenges that we face as a nation. We are choosing hope over fear. You said the time has come to tell the lobbyists who think their money and their influence speak louder than our voices that they don't own this government. We do, and we are here to take it back. I'll be a president who finally makes health care affordable and available to every single American the same way I expanded health care in Illinois. I'll be a president who ends the tax breaks for companies that ship our jobs overseas and put a middle-class tax cut into the pockets of working Americans who deserve it. I'll be a president who harnesses the ingenuity of farmers and scientists and entrepreneurs to free this nation from the tyranny of oil once and for all. And I'll be a president who ends this war in Iraq and finally brings our troops home, who restores our moral standing, common threats of terrorism and nuclear weapons. I know you didn't do this for me. You did this because you believed so deeply in the most American of ideas. Years from now, when we've made the changes we believe in, when more families can afford to see a doctor, when our children inherit a planet that's a little cleaner and safer, when the world sees America differently, and America sees itself as a nation less divided and more united, you'll be able to look back with pride and say, this was the moment when we tore down barriers that have divided us for too long, when we rallied people of all parties and ages to a common cause. You'll look back and you'll say that this was the moment. Hope is that thing inside us that insists, despite all the evidence to the contrary, that something better awaits us if we have the courage and to fight for it. Hope is what led young women and young men to sit at lunch counters and brave fire hoses and march through Selma and Montgomery for freedom's cause. Hope is the bedrock of this nation, the belief that our destiny will not be written for us, but by us, by all those men and women who are not content to settle for the world as it is, who have the courage to remake the world as it should be. And that is the message we had when we were up and when we were down, the one that can change this country brick by brick, block by block, callous hand by callous hand, that together ordinary people can do extraordinary things, because we are not a collection of red states and blue states. We are the United States of America. And in this moment, we are ready to believe again. And with your voices and your votes, you made it clear that at this moment, in this election, there's something happening when Americans who are young in age and in spirit, who've never participated in politics before, turn out in numbers we have never seen, because they know in their hearts, black or white, Latino or Asian, we are ready to take this country in a fundamentally new direction. That's what's happening in America right now. Change is what's happening in America. We mobilize our voices to challenge the money and influence that stood in our way and challenge ourselves to reach for something better. There is no problem we cannot solve. There is no destiny that we cannot fulfill. And we can tell the drug and insurance industry that while they get a seat at the table, we can stop sending our children to schools with corridors of shame and start putting them on a pathway to success. We can stop talking about how great teachers are and start rewarding them for their greatness by giving them more pay and more support. We can do this with our new majority. It's not just about what I will do as president. The citizens of the United States of America can do to change it. That's what this election is all about. We know the battle ahead will be long. But always remember that no matter what obstacles stand in our way, we have been told we cannot do this by a chorus of cynics. They will only grow louder, more dissonant in the weeks and months to come. We've been warned against offering the people of this nation false hope. But in the unlikely story that is America, there has never been anything false about hope. For when we have faced down impossible odds, when we've been told we're not ready, or that we shouldn't try, or that we can't, generations of Americans have responded with a simple creed that sums up the spirit of a people. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. It was sung by immigrants as they struck out for distant shores and pioneers who pushed westward against an unforgiving wilderness. Yes, we can. It was the call of workers who organized, women who reached for the ballot, a president who chose the moon as our new frontier, and a king who took us to the mountaintop and pointed the way to the promised land. Yes, we can to justice and equality. Yes, we can to opportunity and prosperity. As we learn that the hopes of the little girl who goes to the crumbling school in Dillon are the same as the dreams of the boy who learns on the streets of LA. We will remember that there is something happening in America, that we are not as divided as our politics suggest, that we are one people, we are one nation, and together we will begin the next great chapter in the American story with 3 words that will ring from coast to coast, from sea to shining sea. Yes, we can. Thank you.